You've just stepped into She Said What She Said,
Where the tea is hot, the shade is real.
and we always say it with our chest. Welcome back to the podcast where Delulu is sometimes just a Lulu, but also where we call ourselves tough.
Because if I had $1 for every time we called a toxic person a test from the universe, let's just say I'd be able to pay off a car and my emotional stability.
All right, let's talk about that. How do you know? How do you know if you're trusting the process or just avoiding the truth?
Like, are you waiting around for the right person or ignoring the red flags because he has potential and you saw 1111? Like, let's be for real.
1111 makes me think of Chris Brown. I once convinced myself that a man who texted WYD at 1 a.m. was my solution and my soulmate, but let's be real, he had the same birth chart as me. Girl, I was in the trenches.
Listen, let's be clear. The universe does not want you crying over someone with a lowercase job title and no communication skills. Trust me, been there, done that, just did that, done.
Exactly.
But let's get messy. We each bring one story where we were deep in Delulu, like ankle deep, soul swimming delusion, okay?
Yes, the one time I had a guy, he met me at the Target parking lot. He complimented my hair, and I went home and planned our entire wedding. And yeah, he didn't even text me back. Like, what the fuck is wrong with
me? Girl, I thought mine was bad. I stayed in a situation because I had a dream about her and woke up convinced that God had sent me a sign when it was really a Taco Bell spiritual welfare.
Oh, spiritual warfare? I cannot. You crazy. Sure wasn't the mild sauce.
That's right. But the girls who are ready to get clear, here are some real signs of divine timing and not just a delusional fantasy.
Yes.
Let's just begin with, you feel safe, not anxious. There is a difference.
Yes.
You have clarity. There's no confusion. There is a difference. It also aligns with your standards, not just your feeling. Please, let's quit lowering our standards for our feelings, okay?
Right.
You're not shrinking or editing yourself and fixing yourself when they could be fixing themselves. But you're also at peace even when it's slow, not spiraling when it's silent.
And if you're making excuses still or reading text messages, pulling out the tarot cards, asking your friends to decode his IG story, I think you might be in denial, my friend.
Facts.
Yes. If you're single and you're wondering if it's your divine season or just a dry spell, here's how to stay grounded without falling into a deep fantasy. Get busy becoming what you want to attract. Therefore, everyone will flock to you like flies. Date yourself like you mean it. Go on your solo dates. Those are so important.
Period.
Yes. Journal what you need, not just who you want. And remind yourself that someone consistent is never confusing.
And
never.
Listen, if we don't tell you anything else today with this podcast, please stop trying to force a puzzle piece into the puzzle that clearly does not fit just because you think it's cute and because they said good morning for 3 days in a row. Consistency is key.
Yes, because just because they say good morning for 3 days in a row, where the fuck were they rest of the day? What are you doing?
They're 7 days a week.
Who are you with? What are you doing?
7 days a week.
Yep. It's okay to believe in big love, okay? It's okay to manifest your man or woman, but don't ignore reality because you want the fantasy so bad.
And not only that, divine love won't require you to abandon yourself. Self-love is the best love, and that should always be number one. And sometimes the universe is saying, oh, not him, babe. That was a lesson, not a life partner.
Yes. I do feel like sometimes we will cling to the delusion because it's easy. And then we're stuck with facing the truth that, we're afraid to be alone. And that's okay.
Oh, child, listen, I feel like that is constantly happening to me. Like, am I really in love with her, or am I just attached to this idea of feeling not wanted?
Oh, sometimes it could be both. But because if you think about it, when you slow down and you really think about what you're actually getting from that other person, it's a little attention. It's
Yes,
not the attention that you deserve. You sprinkle affection, but no depth. Like,
correct.
goodbye. I need some growth, okay?
And some stability too as well. But
Yes.
anyway, and we also end up in a fantasy world where the relationship could be everything. Once maybe she changes, once we heal, once we figure it out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're trying to build a future on maybes. That's not love. That's labor, manual labor at that.
Yes. No. Let's leave that shit in the past. It is 2025. We are moving on. So we're going to leave these listeners with some real love affirmations. I love that stuff. Because if you're detoxing from delusion, it's a process, okay?
So I want all you listeners to repeat after me. I release the need to chase love that confuses me. I trust that what's meant for me won't require me to abandon myself. I am worthy of a love that feels safe and not like survival. I don't need to be chosen by someone else before I choose myself.
Amen. I love that. Please write it down, fucking say it every day. And this one is for the girl who's hanging on to hope when really it's your gut has already given you the answer that it isn't love. It's long to dress up as loyalty. You can let that go, okay?
And not only that, it's not about being delusional. It's about knowing when the dream is worth holding on to and when it's time to wake the fuck up.
But Delulu is so cute. It's cheaper than therapy. But healing, that's the real fuck though. Because once you know what real love is, you'll never want to beg for breadcrumbs again. Never.
Period. Facts.
Yes. So keep dreaming and just stay grounded because love isn't supposed to feel like a survival sport.
And hopefully your next sign will come with a healthy communication and emotional maturity. Until next time, see you next week.